Sync that. Are we good? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Patreon exclusive episode of the General Banter Podcast. My wife again, my wife today, Maureen Geddis.
This wife, thank you.
This particular wife, Maureen Geddis. Shout out once again to Road for falling to shit right before we go to do the podcast. It's so typical, Maureen.
Yeah.
Do you think, we're spending a bit more time away from the baby now? We're getting a bit of childcare.
Yeah.
Could your me and Joel be chasing up electronic companies and being like, do you want to give this guy free stuff?
Because all your stuff keeps breaking?
All my stuff keeps breaking, but I feel like I'm way past the point of buying kit. You know?
Yeah, you've been doing it for ages, man.
Do you know who buys kit? Amateurs. I don't think Joe Rogan's on Amazon going like, what do we need? I mean, him are the same numbers wise.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
More or less.
I just turned down the Spotify deal. I was like, 100 million, no thanks. I know my worth.
Yeah, I'm a YouTube guy. I'll stay there.
I'll stick here on YouTube with my 3,000 views.
No adverts.
No. You see, that's the weird thing. People are like, even you've said, or not even, like people are moving over to TikTok, and you're like, you should do more videos. It's hard to get anything up there. It's hard to get anything up. You put something on TikTok, and they're like taking it down because of like community guidelines.
Were you nude?
No, I just called our own son a dickhead when remember in here? I like sidestepped him and went, haha, smoke this asshole. And they're like, you can't call a baby an asshole. And I'm like, I can fucking do whatever I want around here. Anyway.
I like that you talk to your apps. Fuck off. TikTok will do what I want.
Yeah.
Don't want you anyway.
I have to learn about a Chinese though. Talk to the TikTok. How have you been? More than you do talking now, because I did a workout this morning. I can't move.
I know you don't seem very tired now.
I'm a CrossFit guy.
CrossFit guy, cool.
My CrossFit career thus far, I've watched 3 documentaries and went to 1 class.
And you follow Matt Fraser on Instagram, so
I do, which is essentially now a cooking page. Like his girlfriend just cooks. He is relatable though. He's the fittest. He's the fittest man on earth, but he doesn't look like the fittest man on earth. And that's my favorite type of athlete.
Is it?
Across the board, I'm a big fan of like BJ Penn, for example, in the MMA world back in the day. He just looked like a nothing, like a wee baby dolphin. No definition in his body whatsoever.
More impressive, really, then, isn't it?
It's more like, it shows you it's all up here.
Well, it shows that they are actually good athletes rather than just being like super ripped and you're like, well, of course you're strong. Yeah.
He's like...
It's the ones that surprise you.
Like, I always talk about that guy, Fedor Emelianenko. Do you remember I showed you the picture of him?
Oh, yeah.
The guy's body, worse than mine. Like, and then actually I followed him on Instagram, and the picture of him was him just with a t-shirt with a raccoon on it. And I just was like, this is arguably the best heavyweight fighter of all time. And he's just like, sometimes I'm not always very stoic. Sometimes I have fun. Sometimes I put on raccoon t-shirt. LOL.
I am jovial.
Look my eyebrow raised 1 millimeter. Having a good time. Very jovials. Last night me and my wife did the jovials. Was married at first sight, and we do a jovial to each other. Where's his Instagram? Hold on a second. I have to show you this t-shirt. Can you see this now? Yeah. Hopefully when Road get back to us, maybe Niall will have a microphone again. Big treat. His name's proper and fucking very Russian. Where's this picture? Bet you can't find it now. There he is. This guy will like with no emotion.
But he's like standing perfectly still against a wall.
Yeah, he will like in his prime, like with no emotion, beat the shit out of another man, win, and just stand up and sit in the corner like, my job today is done. Like the most Russian fighter of all time. And now he's like, now that I have retired, I can relax. I can let out my fun side. LOL. When I was trying to be hard man fighter, I can't have vermin on my t-shirt. Now, I don't know, he's Russian. He might be like, we call these porch cats. The national animal of Russia.
Yeah, that's a domesticated animal in Russia. Furry little creature.
It's got his hands out and everything. Unbelievable. Have you heard of that guy now? Like, honestly, I'll quickly give you a bit of a blast here. Let me see. Fedor Emelian.
I mean, he's got a great name.
Fyodor. Like, it's the most Russian the way they say it. Fyodor Emelian. You know, like, vodka meal. My name vodka potato coldness.
No.
Great riffs. Obviously the first while is. This is my hero. This is how he trains. Everyone's in their hardcore gyms. And this guy's like, I do sit-ups. We'll get to the fights. Bang! Explosive. Like, this just looks like me wrestling with Eddie in my boxers.
He does just look like a big lad, like, doesn't he?
He's just a big old bruiser of a
He's
lad.
just a big bruiser.
This music, though. I didn't know when we started this podcast I would be watching Fedor Emelianenko highlights so soon.
Yeah, nothing like a podcast, someone watching a video of someone fighting. It's not even, that doesn't even make sense.
Back in Pride, in the Japanese days, they would be like, oh, we let you do a fight. And then it would be like, are you fit, physically fit? You tick all the boxes, and then it's like, BTW, we will not be checking for steroids. They would just say, like, we won't be checking. So they're not allowed. So it's up to you whether you want to take them or not. And then guys are coming in with, like, their whole body looks like
Hope you don't have steroids.
Yeah. Now, we go on a sort of honesty box approach.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave these steroids here.
What are you trying to friggin' phone?
And if you don't want to take them, don't. But no one's going to check if they're taken or not.
We prefer if you didn't.
And people like Vanderlei Silva would just come in and fucking kick people's heads off. Great times. Get me a Pride t-shirt, will you? From
Gay Pride?
A Gay Pride t-shirt and just a Home Pride bread t-shirt.
I was going to say.
And then
all the prides.
Anyway, we'll move away from MMA. We'll come back to it later. How are you feeling more now that you've got good bloods? Does it feel like a weight off your blood bank? Off your shoulders?
It really does. It's very hard waiting on your bloods to be normal.
Yeah, because I'm sure you're going like, is this ever going to get to a good level? And then it does, and you go, okay, now it's possible. You know?
I know. It's taken me a long time for some reason to get them back. So. And
you celebrated by doing a bloodletting party, where like some sort of satanic ritual where you put like hypodermic needles in that squirt all over the kitchen.
No, I'm done with fucking needles, man.
Our kitchen was like the start of Blade the other day.
Even Mummy the other day was like, she did one of those like lateral flow tests, and she's like, oh, Maureen, like, have you ever done one? They're horrible. And I literally looked at her and she like laughed, and I was like, every other day for about a year. Yeah. They did one on me, like.
I had the
and
laugh.
People are like, oh my God, I had to get a needle. Like, I've had taken injections every week.
I know.
For 2 years.
You would just like take that one on your belly and like squish it in there. And then I used to laugh at you because they would say like, give us a big cough, and you go, and they'd shove it in on the cough.
Yeah.
And then I used to laugh at you because you would go.
I do this, be like.
You mistime it. Yeah.
But I can't do it at the same time because I have to try and figure out what I'm doing. So I'm trying not to look.
Yeah.
While giving myself an injection and coughing to try and I forgot about the coughing thing. I don't do that anymore because I got so used to it. I'm just like, fucking.
Yeah. Shove it on in there.
Go for it. But so many. I know at one point I was taking 3 injections a day by myself, which is hilarious because when I was younger I was so terrified of needles. Like I would have like fainted, you know, in school whenever you had to get injections. Like real phobia. Like I would have stayed off school. I just couldn't deal with it. And then there you go, fast forward, injecting yourself 3 times a day.
Do you think after listening to, what do you call those two off the telly? All right, we do therapy. What are they called?
Oh, the Speakmans.
Do you think you were just like, you didn't like it because no one likes needles? Because having listened to that, like people with phobias are like, you'd be like, oh, let me die. I don't want a fucking injection.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You're just like literally like, no, I'd rather suffer the consequences of you.
But I remember, because I can remember seeing my younger sister get injections as a baby.
Yeah.
And it terrified me. And then I remember being in primary school and we were queuing up one day and I was like, I thought we were queuing up for like dinner or something like that, and it was to get an injection. Or someone joked, it's to get an injection. And I was like, what? And I freaked out. Yeah, I couldn't do it at all. Like really, like horrifically scared. Like I can't even watch it on TV.
That would be full child abuse if they were like, come on in here, they're handing out free cake.
Horrible.
Jokes. It's an injection.
Ironically as well, I got over my fear of needles, and this is how I'd say if anyone did it, by giving blood, donating blood.
Oh.
So when I donated blood, I was like realised it weren't that scary, and you're doing something good, so you sort of take away the like scariness of it. Ironically now I've needed lots of blood and will never be able to donate blood ever again. But
there's biscuits. You'll never be able to donate blood. Or you got that Wolverine blood now.
Well, how can I donate blood?
What's it called? Eradicated? What's it called?
Irradiated.
I
have to get irradiated blood if I need blood again.
Chernobyl veins over here.
I know.
Unreal.
Kill all the white cells off them.
Do you think it would be a good service if someone went like door to door taking blood? Or do you think it'd be a total waste of time?
I think that's probably illegal. No, I don't know. I just go door to door giving blood. You can't do that. What, in your own house?
I would do it all the time if someone came to the door. Oh yeah, we're here to do your blood.
Right. But in no other household would that be a good thing. Except for you who are lazy. Everyone else would be like, you're not coming in my house to take blood.
No, I think I'm busy, but also want to be helpful. So I'm like, can you do it while I'm in the bath? I have to go to Armagh.
You don't. You can do it in loads of places near us.
I know. Last time I was in, there was a woman, and you're quite vulnerable because you're on your back, and the girl came over and she threw her leg right over me and was like, "I came to see you in the office." She didn't really do that, but she was talking to me like this while I was on my back, and I was like, "Okay, cover my nips and all." I don't know why. It's like, "Okay, thanks for coming to the show." I was trapped, and I was also sitting beside your cousin Anya for 5 minutes. Didn't even know it was her because they had masks on.
How weird. No, you should give blood. Everyone should give blood.
Do you think
doesn't take long?
Do you think it's the most homophobic thing left in society, giving blood?
Because they don't allow homosexuals to give blood.
They basically
have they changed that yet? I thought they changed it.
Not that much. They're literally like,
did they change it
have
here?
you travelled overseas or have you been to certain areas in the last 6 months? And then they're like, do you take it in the chocolate star? And then you have to tick that box. Says if you ticked yes, summon a nurse and tell them, or discreetly show them your butthole. That's what they say. They'll be like, have you visited any of these countries? No. If you haven't, we hope to God that you're straight. That's what it says under it. Are you shunting Coco?
Colin.
What?
No.
No, am I joking? We were talking about that the other day. Like, the fucking in the butt bit is by far the funniest bit of gay slaggins. And then you were talking about, who was it? Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
It was like, listen, darling, not everybody's fucking pummeling each other's anuses.
Well, that's true, isn't it?
I would say that's like a new gay couple type thing. Well, this is exciting. Fuck you in the butt, 2 dudes. After about 3 weeks, you'd just be like, could you be fucked with this?
Yeah, it's a lot setup, I'd imagine.
You have to watch your diet.
We stop moving. This is so disorienting. I feel like I'm on a boat.
I'm just trying to keep blood flowing through my limbs here after my tough CrossFit.
How was your workout?
It was good. I was by far the fattest guy in there. People were...
That's your observation?
In a CrossFit, and there was only 4 people in it, but yeah, in a CrossFit gym, and they were all coaches.
It was just you and Adam.
Yeah. But as I went in, there's a lot of fucking jacked, but girls and boys leaving, jacked, sweat all down them. Just pissing myself.
You were there in your leotard, ready to go.
I'm there stretching off, doing my old school workouts. But luckily that they were doing like the 7 to 8 class, and they were on their way, and then it's quieter before 9 because people are on the way to work. So it was just me in there, but I was still the fattest in the build at that point. As I was leaving, another guy came in. He was fatter than me. So but that whole time I was in there, I was like, everyone's fucking in great nick here. So yeah, don't let me get into CrossFit.
Don't let you?
Yeah.
Why?
Just I think I'd be very competitive at it.
Try it.
I think it would take over our life. I'd be starting a CrossFit.
I don't know, since you already suggested that you'd rather someone came to your house to take blood off you.
Yeah.
Than go. And you think CrossFit's going to take all your energy now? I don't think that's going to happen.
But I'll have a good power blood though. I don't know what I'm talking about. You've cornered me now. I'm starting to shout. We're having to do a quick podcast today because Her Royal Highness Shane Todd is coming in here on the clock to make a video. Do you know what we should do? We should let these questions guide us through the rest of the podcast, will we?
Is there questions?
There's like 25 of them.
All right.
People send loads in.
Oh,
Dave Chappelle's new special's out today. Can we watch it tonight? Or do you have to watch fucking Married at First Sight? You fucking divvy.
I have been watching it. I don't know where I'm at now. Maybe how many episodes is there? Fucking million?
I don't like that series because it's like there's like 40 episodes.
Do you know what I don't like?
Does my head in.
Mummy pointed this out. She's like, your guy Ant. She's like, I've seen him on another TV show, and he does seem very much like he was just there to be on TV.
But you know, like
especially because he got back, he came back into it with that other girl, and then they're not even going out, and you're like, this is weird. He's a very weird character.
We know a few people who are on TV and do a bunch of stuff, and they do multiple things. You know, they're like, oh, I was on this game show. There must be like a list of people. Like, do you want to fucking put your name on this list, and we'll call you up for?
It kind of looks like people who wouldn't have got into Love Island have went into this.
Yeah, they were too stinking, because there's no one really that's like screaming hot. And that's usually the only purpose of Love Island. What's it called? Love Island?
Yeah.
Yeah. You do get the odd wonder in Love Island, but they're usually in there just for the fights. Aren't they?
Yeah, just to make people look better. Yeah, it's a weird show. It's so weird. It's because you watch it and you're like, oh, these people are crazy. But you're like, of course they are.
Well, it's just...
They went on television to pretend to marry someone.
It's like broken guys with like the worst self-esteem of all time, and then absolute total bitch women.
Yeah, they're really not good representatives of women. Like, they really do make women look bad because they are all just argue.
Yeah, and like you know, what do you call your woman, Morag or whatever?
Yeah,
you know, they've got her who's hung around gyms all her life. I'm convinced it's a fella. She's on the fucking gear, big old jaw. And the other guy's just like, you know, nice, sweet guy, does good stuff with his life. Is he a fireman?
I think so,
Fireman fosters kids or something. But he just reminds me of
like a wee boy.
He's just like really nice. And then she's like, which is fine, but she's just like, yeah, none of that other shit matters to me at all. It was just, if you looked good and treated me like dog shit, that would be better for me. Because she's like, I basically have about 2 brain functions. She's rotten too. She looks like a fella.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Jaw fucking like David Coulthard reference. Doesn't she though? She's like sitting out.
She's quite a caricature, isn't she? Like.
Yeah, an ugly caricature. She's got like, I love it. But this is the thing. It brings out the judginess in you.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't it? You're sitting on the couch like with popcorn falling down the side of your ball bag on the couch, just going, "They're the fucking state of her." Mickey loves her. That girl Morag.
That's his type, isn't it? Crazy.
Blonde div. His current girlfriend, lovely though.
I haven't met her yet.
Well, please welcome to the podcast. Here she is.
No, it's such a weird show, but I can't stop watching it now. Now that I've got
what other show was the guy on?
I don't know.
Countdown?
I don't know, something like probably like Come Down With Me or something stupid. I don't know what it was. Mummy's like, I've seen him before, and then she turned off. She's like, I can't watch that. Yeah. She can't deal with shows like that. There were people who just shout all the time, and you're like, it's true.
You fucking div. Treat me like a fucking divvy.
No, it's your guy Frankie who gives me the creeps. Like,
oh, the old guy, yeah.
Oh,
go ahead, answer. He's like, they call me. They think that I'm controlling, and I'm going to prove that I'm not controlling. Answer now. Answer her fucking now.
He's just. Where did he get it? What is his personality? What is his personality?
Dull.
But it's so like.
It's like.
Do you know what he looks like? You know those ventriloquist dolls?
Yeah.
His face looks like those ventriloquist dolls.
Like everything drips.
And then it's just got these like eyes that are like.
I know he's a bit older, but
beads.
he's done that thing where he's like, I've spent most of my life carving my body. And you're like, did you
And not putting SPF on your obvious face, which is melting off your eyeballs.
Did you smile at any point in your career? No.
No.
My face is like a turkey's ball
Smiling
bag.
would use up in a G.
Smiling is for the gay. Gays are the only people who smile. And I'm not gay, so nothing against faggots, but you're one of those guys.
And you're just sitting there
we'll
like,
beep that out. But that's what he's like, you know. I have nothing against quiz, but I'm certainly
no,
not
he's one of
there.
those people who keeps describing how much everything's going well, but there's no emotion in what he's saying. So you're like, how's that true? He's like, we're having a very good time, we're really getting on with each other. And you're like, really? Because you're just both sitting there like, okay, this is really fun, isn't it? He's like,
he did do that. He's like, we're getting along
we
great.
have respect for each
We
other.
have respect for each other. We listen to what each other's saying, and that's the last I'm going to fucking hear of it.
The end.
The end. Finn.
It's like so intense.
Now you need to watch this show.
It's so weird.
Great. It's great.
So
And I was like,
mental.
man, I have a fucking box set of Russian movies to get through. Squid Games.
I know I haven't watched that yet. What's it about? Squids?
Squid Game. Basically, you lie on your back with an erection and someone throws calamari over your cock.
Is that what it is now?
That's the Squid Game, isn't it? Yeah. Or you, depending on how long, depending on how freshly caught the squid is, it's kind of just like a fleshlight.
Right. Okay.
An inky.
And how many episodes are there?
9.
But it's only 3 minutes each.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, you wrap it up in an afternoon. What other Squid Games can you play?
I genuinely don't know what it's about at all. I have to watch it.
Somehow
I have to watch one thing at a time. Like I have too many things. Like I listen to about 4 audiobooks at a time, read 2 books, then you're trying to watch TV programs, which there are 1,000 of, and you're like, I can't. There's too many things.
Well,
How do people watch all the things? I suppose they maybe don't have children.
they just
maybe.
don't have children, yeah. And it's not, the baby goes to bed at 7 o'clock or something, but it's like, then you got to do all the shit that you couldn't do during the day once he's, you know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah, it's like owning a bloody cafe. You have to close down the kitchen, scrape porridge off every surface.
watch this video.
Here's some lads that are out with their phones that want evidence, but God also is looking for evidence. He's looking for evidence in your life. Are you truly born again? Is there evidence? Is there fruit in your life?
Right.
You can take a picture, but you need to get the picture of righteousness and holiness, repentance unto God and faith.
Spitting bars though.
Play some tunes.
The fucking Holy Lands. Every time I see someone like that, I'm like,
Here's some
it's the work leading up to that point. It's funny that he's driving around being like, you're taking a picture with your phone, you need to picture the righteousness. He's like,
I just like to know what they think they're going to accomplish.
just,
But do they think people are going to listen to that and go, oh my God, they wouldn't say, oh my God, first of all, but they would be like, wow, my life's changed. That's not how you send a message out. Like what?
just in Halford. Well, you wouldn't happen to have a strap there that holds a speaker on their roof, because I'm going around preaching the word of Jesus. Gee whizzes.
Testing it out. Fruit. Jesus. Good. It's a
Ye
good one, it's a good
must
one.
be born again. Let me get in this 7-seater. Drive around the Holy Lands. Just the whole place full of Romanians being like, what? What he say?
In the Holy Lands, I mean, it's not your audience there, like.
No, not at all. Not at all. Some guy on a couch on top of a bus stop, just drinking Buckfast. The guy's 30, hasn't fucking got past first year yet.
I know people like that.
Oh yeah. Ye must do something.
But I just never understood why people would do that. Like they stand in different places with megaphones.
Because if you got speaking to the guy, you'd probably be like, well, the wife passed away a while ago and I've nothing else to do, and the Lord Jesus gave me purpose in my life. And you're like, bro, get into fishing.
Yeah. Have you heard of TikTok?
Yeah. He's on TikTok now. TikTok, you say? Next question, Joshua Hamilton. Winona Ryder, would you? Would you ride her?
I probably wouldn't. She's got a Johnny Depp, didn't she?
Who didn't?
What else was she in? Edward Scissorhands?
That is Johnny Depp.
Yeah, no, but I just mean, like, what programs is she in? She's in that. She's in
Neighbours.
Stranger Things, isn't she?
Winona Ryder. I can't even remember what she looks like.
Oh, she's in Mr. Deeds, isn't she?
Yes. Look at our film knowledge.
Yep.
Mr. Deeds is great. The bit when he goes in and they think he's a doctor, and the old man in the shop is like, "You're a doctor, can you take a look at this?" And he just grabs his kneecap and goes and stretches it away to the side, and then it springs back. I pissed.
We used to always be like, when she was making up her town, it was like, Winchesterton Field, Phil.
Yeah. I am very sneaky.
Good fun.
I love when like a real actor does a silly film like that. Johnny Tartaros. Have you seen it now? Mr. Deeds?
I think that's one of the first DVDs we ever bought.
That's I have a spastic colon. That's literally that I am very sneaky. That line. Sir. Paracetamol. Fantastic. You said recently porridge is shite. I'm why. I'm fucking why. I'll say it again.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Have you tried it with peanut butter and a wee bit of brown sugar? Unreal. Yes, but that's I mean, it's like, that's what's wrong with it. Do you not like porridge? Have you tried it with half a jar of Nutella, strawberries, coconut flakes, and a Mars bar in it? It's lovely. That's what you have to do to that shit to fucking make it tasty. Do you not like porridge? Oh, wise up. Have you never had it with a bag of Skittles in it? It's lovely. You don't like porridge? Have you tried putting 2 sausages, 2 eggs, a bit of fucking potato bread and the fucking beans in it? And taking the oats out? It's lovely. Do you not like porridge? Do you not get it out of McDonald's when you're getting a fucking egg McMuffin and then accidentally drop a porridge and not have to eat it and just eat the McMuffin? It's fucking gorgeous and it keeps you going till you get the KFC. I just don't like it because it gives me heartburn and it feels like I didn't eat it. Do you know what I mean? Like if I've porridge, like, and then like drive up the road to here, I'm like, what are we eating now? Fucking starving. And it's burning my insides.
Yeah, I mean, you have to like it or not. I don't know.
That's right.
It's hard
You
to
like it
describe. I
because
love
like, it would make more sense to me to eat it like before I went to bed. You know, it was like, oh, it's warm and cozy and you want to go. It's gross. You do like it though, don't you?
I do like it. Really do like it.
Do you like porridge now?
Same thing, just heartburn.
Yeah.
And I feel really hungry after.
Yeah.
I feel more hungry after.
Yeah, it's cack.
What was that from?
Porridge. Yesterday. Shout out to Road. You would have got that in crystal clear. Hi, Dev. I remember you said... oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. I remember you said... sorry, that last question was from Caleb McCracken. Not a real name. Giles Strutt. Remember you said recently about doing up your house a bit? If you're ever looking some 3D bathroom designs, hit me up. I work for a local bath... Yes! Fucking right.
I know. We need someone just to come and, you know, Lawrence Wallenbow in our house, basically.
I work for a local bathroom company. Well, here, get a wee square, put a toilet in it, and a bath, and a shower. There you go.
I know, because it's really hard to design things with you, because you should be good at it, but you'll say things like, right, and I'll be like, right, what do you think we should do this? Should we pick tiles, whatever? And you'll be like, do you know what I think we should have? And you're like, yeah, what is it called? I think we should have the toilet there and the sink there, and you're like, in the same place that they were. None of this is new information. This is not how you design a bathroom, Colin.
No.
And I'm like, what sink?
Uh-oh.
What toilet?
Domestic, here we go. Now, at least
But that's what it's like.
At least I would
trying to design something with you.
like decide on something. You'd be like, we gotta just keep going in a circle of talking about it and looking at a book that we never look at, and then there's about 2 types of toilet. You know?
One with a lid, one has a hole in the ground.
One that goes through the floor and the other one's attached to the wall, and you want the one that is attached to the wall so that you can clean under it. In case you misdirect this shit one day and it clops onto the floor. Yeah, who sent me that? Giles. Listen, Giles. Hit me up. Send me, I mean, it's just a perfectly square bathroom we have downstairs,
It
isn't
actually
it?
is, yeah.
We've got the big one downstairs. The main bathroom's downstairs, which is absolutely, I mean, sort your life out. And then a small one up, which kind of should be an ensuite, but for some reason it's outside the bathroom.
Outside the bathroom?
Bedroom.
Yeah.
Do you want an ensuite?
No.
Taking a big manky shit in your bedroom?
I know.
I know.
Don't really care about them that much. Like.
Ensuites. What's something you're both into that the rest of your family aren't, that made you question, am I adopted? Well, I'm not like any of the rest of my family.
Probably everything about you.
Yeah. The rest of my family aren't like me at all.
No.
My sister looks like me when she's like, does that face like?
You do that face too.
Where do you, that's where she got it from. Because I'll do a face and you'll be like, you look like Rachel there. And I'll be like, she looks like fucking me. Truth bomb button, not even there.
A lot of things, actually. A lot of things.
Well, you're quite like your family a
I
bit.
think
Like,
I'm quite like my family.
yeah, you're annoying like they are. And
Yeah.
no, my family are very different to me, like, aren't they?
Yeah. Very
Number
different.
one, none of them are stand-up comedians.
No.
Number two,
None of them are bald.
none of them are bald. That's actually true.
That's true.
Number three, my dad's sitting there like fucking, you know, Richard Gere over there. As in,
But just personality-wise, you're all
Dickie
very
Gear.
different.
yeah.
You'd think people probably assume like, oh my god, your family must be so loud and crazy, and you're like, no, really quiet,
They're dull and there's not very many of them.
quite quiet. Also, like, you aren't into the same things at all, really.
They're absolutely allergic to crack too.
Whereas
We're having a party. Do you want to come down and have a party? Ah, I shouldn't really.
you're probably more like my family. Like,
Yeah, there's bald people in your family.
yeah, there is actually, yeah. But you know what I mean? Because we like having parties, going to gigs, theatre
Going
things.
to hold on, Shane, text me what he
People
said.
like performing.
Leaving here now. Just the outfit, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like my family will literally, you know what I mean? Put on the comedy night for you. They love it.
For me,
They
that
absolutely
was for
love it.
charity.
It was, but like obviously it was because you could do it. They love that. They love organising parties.
What's your favourite
Events.
gift either of you have ever received from each other? The gift of a child. You're like, jewellery.
Probably. Eternity ring's nice. That's a nice gift.
When did I get you that? Did I just buy that one for the crack? Is that one I just bought
No,
for
it
the
was
crack?
over like the 30th, and also when we had Eddie and I was in hospital, so you know it deserved it.
Yeah. It's a lot. That's exactly what you need when you're in hospital. Here's a ring.
No. Can't
Save
wear
the
it, touch
day.
him. What have I got you that you've liked? Got you a guitar you could build.
Yeah, like
I
a
bought
built-
you your
built
first ever
sound recorder.
sound recorder. I bought you that. Not that one. Different one. Bought you
Can't remember.
things.
What other cool stuff?
Yeah, most of my things are things I've really thought about. And most of your things are just like, I bought you this, I'm going to give it you today. Even though your birthday's in 2 months.
If I buy you something for your birthday, I have to buy it
On the day.
the 5 o'clock
Yeah.
on the 10th
Yeah.
of November, because
Yeah.
I'll have given it to you by then.
Oh, for sure. Something came up in my memories the other day and it was like, whatever present it was you give me. I don't know what it was now. And it was like, you couldn't wait. And it was literally like the 1st of October. I don't know what it was. My birthday's 11th November.
Do you think that's like selfish on my behalf? Going like,
Well,
I
no.
want to see the reaction now.
Yeah, maybe. But no, I think it's sweet, but also it's funny because I quite like surprises. Like I love someone buying me surprise.
What's more surprising than giving it to
I
you
know,
nowhere
yeah.
near your fucking birthday?
I know, but that's what I mean. But then I'm
Happy
like, I don't have
birthday.
anything to open at Christmas or my birthday ever because you give it to me as soon as you buy it.
You don't want the pressure of everyone sitting on like,
Who, me?
Yeah.
Just me.
I'm going to buy
I
you
like having things
decks
open
for your
at Christmas.
birthday.
Are you?
Yeah, so you can become a superstar DJ
Excellent.
for a week, and then we'll just leave it in the corner of the kitchen. If I was... This is what's smart about Daft Punk, because if you're a DJ, they're literally like, right, you're never off a plane, and we're just flying you all around the world to do this. And they're like, put a mask on, send the work experience guy.
There you go.
Work it. Meow, meow. Let's get. Yeah, they're just at home like this.
They're just watching Netflix and
Do you know
screen.
Slipknot haven't been Slipknot for fucking ever?
Really?
They're like the Sugar Babes. They just fucking change them in and out, put a mask on them. Can you do that? Yeah, no sweat.
Is that true?
Yeah.
There you go. It just shows you. You're just banned into the thing.
You're
not
banned
the-
into the mask.
Not the person.
Grown adults on scooters, thoughts?
What kind of scooter?
Like
What
a little
kind of scooter?
push-along scooter.
I'd say go do whatever you want. Yeah, fun.
Yeah, if you want one big thigh, just get a scooter. Pushing along there. What about the ones in LA, those bird ones, which are just like...
They look class.
Just people dying, straight up, you know.
They're just like dumped everywhere.
People just come out of clubs and they're like, I'm going to take a scooter! And just plow it into the fucking... Like, knock all their teeth out.
It is funny actually now you think about that. When you're over there, they were just everywhere. Just everyone is on electric scooters.
And then, like, they would give homeless people money if you brought them back to the charging stations.
Yeah. Because people can be fucked. Everyone's just blocked on scooters there, like.
Yeah.
Class, I thought was a good way to get round, to be honest. You couldn't do it here. There's no roads to do that here. You need a lot
Yeah.
of pavements.
Yeah, that's true. You couldn't be going down
You
like
can't do
Tate's
it here.
Avenue in a scooter, like Casey Neistat on
No,
that vlog there.
doesn't work here.
Fucking stupid
Same as
bastard!
Frank, obviously, like, you know, the Netherlands, they have a bike, they cycle everywhere, and he's just like, oh, I'm going to get a bike and cycle, and we're like, you can't do that here. The
No.
roads are not suitable.
No, you can't
There's,
do it
you
over
know
here.
what I mean? It's a main road,
Especially
and then
in
a
the
country road,
yeah,
and then
you'll
there's...
just get killed, like.
Not in the country. Even in the city, though, there's not.
Did someone up our road not, like, fucking... I mean, that's how dangerous the roads are. It was just power hosing and a fucking lorry hit him or
That's
something.
not near us, but yes.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Because that's what stopped me power hosing our driveway.
Is it?
I'm like, see if a
Is
lorry
it?
hits me here? And I'm like 30 metres in
And you're in the living room?
with a water pistol.
I wonder when someone's going to give blood for me. If I leave my arm out the window, maybe someone will come do it for me.
You can go anywhere in space and time. Where are you heading?
In space and time? That broke my brain for a second.
Same thing, boy. Probably just skip forward to dinner tonight.
Dinner's a good time to be at. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like dinner.
If you're also seeing Maureen as captain of the Jane Fonda fan club, you should give Newsroom a watch. She's brilliant in it.
Yeah, I haven't watched that actually.
Is that new?
Yes. Is that the one with Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston? Is that one?
Must be like a newish one. Yeah,
Is that one? Yeah.
yeah. It's on a weird channel or something in it. Let's give it a watch after we watch Sopranos.
Oh my god.
I need to go back and watch Sopranos. Have you seen it now?
No.
No, I'd like to start it.
Been meaning to.
Been meaning to take off 9 weeks of my life to get through it. How long? Where would your ideal holiday destination be with Maureen and Eddie if money wasn't an option? Fucking you're acting. Fucking what? Go wherever I want. Port Rush, Dubai. Fucking
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Where would you go right now?
I mean, it's not so much the money as in it is the lockdown type vibes holding me back.
I just think like I don't think I could go somewhere like Mediterranean, Caribbean now because I can't be bothered with the long flights anymore.
Okay.
That's what would
Is
put me off.
Mediterranean and Caribbean not miles away?
Yeah, but you know what I mean, Caribbean. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? How could you? I don't know. People who bring young children on 10-hour flights. So,
It's far, like.
oh,
I would probably. I mean, there's a lot of places like I keep seeing people in Croatia, and it looks fucking unbelievable.
yeah.
And then in fact, in my head when I close my eyes, people are going on about Santorini and all, or fucking Amalfi Coast. I picture actually what Croatia looks like, and then people are like, "I'm on the Amalfi Coast," and you're like, "Is it, or is it Dunluce Castle?" Looks like shit.
It looks like shit.
It looks like fucking shit. You heard it. And what? Fucker porridge in your fucking Amalfi coasts.
As you get older, you turn.
Yes,
Once
fucking-
again, you turn more and more into a taxi driver.
Yes, fucking conscious is the dream.
Is the dream? Is it?
Yeah.
Foreign porridge.
Just lying to strangers. You know, just driving around Belfast. I see where that's where shot JFK and all. Just making up lies. Jerry Adams lives up there. It's Castle Court. Oh, I know. It was in the back of Starbucks. Just pure lies. How come you don't have a deal with any of the top trainer manufacturers? And if you did, what would you choose? Nike, Reebok, or Vans?
Reebok.
Probably the main reason I don't have a deal is because I'm not an athlete. And they can't...
Yet.
CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
2022.
Just wait.
See you later. Yeah, they probably don't want to be like the peak of physical fitness and then have me standing there in a pair of Reeboks. I would take a sponsorship from
You probably
Vans.
will be sponsored by Reebok or something. Popsy. Reebok.
Mike. Obviously you'd want it to be like Nike probably, or New Balance. I quite like New Balance too.
What one do you have more of? New Balance? You probably have more New
More
Balances.
New Balances.
Probably more Nikes. I enjoy Nike.
So do I.
They're the most comfortable.
Yeah. Although I would take anything really, because they would make you your own shoe, which would be fun. You spoke before about the two of you doing your own podcast together. Is that something that's still in the pipeline? Yeah, it's in the pipeline. More than just trying to get our act together here, like normally.
No, it's happening this week, next week, one of the weeks.
We'll just have to work it in, you know. What's the best local saying or phrase you've heard? Heard this the other day. My mother was talking about the youngest son in a large family, born a good few years after the next youngest sibling. She said she was the shakings of the bag.
Jesus.
Does that mean like your ball bag? Or like there's a few crisps left in this?
I think it's more of a bag of something than...
You're the last one that just tumbled out at the end there. Like Aaron would be the last spud in the fucking...
Yeah, he's the wee rogue spud. The bum of a bag. Yeah, that's so funny.
The shakings of the bag. Oh, fuck me, there's tons of them. Like,
oh my god.
Whenever I started going out with you and, you know, hanging around...
couldn't understand half the shit.
Hanging around with a lot more cultures. It took me to go to university before I understand what people meant by, well... I'd be like,
oh, really?
I'd be like, what the fuck is this retard saying around here? Smoking like that. Fuck, I talk fucking English.
You don't understand what people want when they say well?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No one said that around where I grew up.
Just like well.
Well, yeah.
Well.
No one said that.
No one said that. What do people say?
Right, love. Had to learn that. You know, there was
nice,
terms like, you know, talking about somewhere being bunged, and there's like you couldn't turn a sweet in your mouth. I laughed at that.
Couldn't turn sweet in your mouth, is right. Yeah.
Your dad saying, so what was it? Someone said they were so miserable they wouldn't give you something about their farts and chips. What was it?
What?
What was the saying? Have you heard that before now? He goes, I near blew my fucking jugular out laughing. He was like, someone being so miserable they wouldn't give you like, what way did he word it? The wine of their fart to cool your chips or something? What a stretch.
Oh, there's loads of them, yeah.
The thought of someone's fart whining too.
Really pathetic one.
Yeah.
See, I don't even remember half these because they seem so normal to me, but then it's when someone else hears them and they're like, what? Like, my auntie, who's like married to my uncle, she can't understand.
No way.
Yeah. But I just mean like she's married, obviously, to my uncle. Like south of England. Quite, posh place. She couldn't understand when we say things like the guts of something. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the guts of whatever. That's the guts of a tenor.
Yeah.
She'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Like things like I don't even realise are a thing.
Oh yeah, I mean,
She like, she's like the guts of
Sure,
something. She's like,
Ireland
why do you
and-
say guts? She's like guts.
yeah, Ireland in
No one has
general is a
guts.
nightmare. Like,
No one says guts ever.
yeah. I always think of the time, and you weren't even using any sort of slang, but the time you were trying to get the cream for like an insect bite in Thailand. And you were like, "Hi, yes, just have a wee sting in my leg." And the girl was like, "What? You can't say wee in bits and, you know."
No?
I have a wee lock of stings there in my leg. Have you a bit of cream for it by any chance?
I was very drunk, like.
Yeah.
I don't know why I sound like such an old woman
It's
from
weird,
Belfast.
weird going into the chemist when you're hammered, isn't it?
I know. She's like, "You're very white." And I was like, I know.
Which is a good thing over there. They're like, "Oh, you don't work in a rice field, you white bitch."
I was just covered in all the bites. Everything bit me.
Maureen looked like she'd been paintballing.
Horrendous.
Just
all like
riddled.
that. We all
And
get
nothing
that.
went near me the whole time.
Nothing.
Um,
Oh, what are good sayings? I'm so shit at remembering these things, but
they'll pop up.
so many. Like we've literally like we write all the things my granny used to say because some of the things were just so hilarious. And now we've started doing it with mummy because she's the same now.
Well, your mum's out of her mind. Like
the things she comes out with, like.
Maureen's mum the other day, she'd brought up that it was lovely. It was lovely because I was supposed to be doing the SSE and I got moved, and she made a full platter of food. She goes, "This is what we got in the
box
in
last time."
the box when you were on last time," and I was like, "Oh, nice for some."
I know.
But she brought it up. It was very nice.
So how the evening?
We had all around it, and the only thing left was almonds. And she went to say like, what was it? Walnut
Walnut
and hazelnut.
and hazelnut. She mixed up walnut, hazelnut,
And she
while
said-
looking at an almond.
And she said, "Is no one eating these weasel nuts?" And we were like, "It's not even. It's not even called an almond nut."
It's not even called an almond nut. We're like, "You mean these almonds?" And she's like, "What did I call them?" We're like, "Weasel nuts." Like.
And then the almond milk, she scribbled out and wrote "weasel milk" on it. It's very funny. Very funny at the time.
I remember it's as well films. I know everyone's
she's-
mad as this, like, but mummy is like she mixes everything up.
But then she'll get something right that's so difficult.
Do you know what she thought Bridget Jones' Diary? You know how she described? Because there'll be things like she'll text you something, or it'll be something on telly, and she'll be like, "What's that on TV?" Now, it sounds like she's a mental, like 80-year-old woman. She's not at all, but she'll just mix everything up. And she called. She went, "What's that?" She went, "Joanna Lumley's writings." We're like, "Bridget Jones's Diary, mummy?" She's like, "Oh yeah, what did I say?" What? That's two different programs together.
I mean, if it's a character piece, it's genius because she couldn't be more wrong all the time.
I can't even pick them all. They're all my sister's phone.
And then we'll be like,
we'll type them all out every time.
you know, we'll get like the most obscure things right that everyone would struggle with.
Oh, she'll remember like the most obscure things, yeah.
You know, she'll like fuck it. She can't remember anyone's name, and then she'll just be like blah 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 Berlusconi or you know, she'll get like some fucking mad name correct.
I don't even
And then
believe her
she'll be
now.
like, "What's her name? Joe Bradinfrey." What other funny? Well, you should get Susie just to send. If she says something stupid, Susie will just take the phone out, and she probably has a file of just reams.
I need
of
to
stuff.
get them. I actually wouldn't even be able to read them. They're so funny.
Weasel Milk. That's the name of the podcast.
Weasel nut.
When Facebook went down, it got me thinking. If you had to give up either social media or streaming for the rest of your life, which would you give up? Social media.
Social media is horrible, isn't it? Really?
Well, streaming is just the new word for TV.
Yeah, you couldn't give up that. Like, you'd want to watch it.
Give up social media. You know, it's funny how like, for a second I was just like, "Is your phone broke?" That you get that you couldn't. I didn't read anything. I was just like, "Is the phone broke?" And yours was doing the same. And then Mickey sent me a text message, not a WhatsApp. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I know I had to text mummy about Mike Nettie today. And she's like, "Who is this?" And I was like, my number didn't even come up on her phone.
Fucking hell.
Because I got a new phone. It was so weird.
She probably thinks your name's something else.
No, she thought it was something exciting. I was like, "Can you come up tomorrow at 9:30?" She's like, "What is this?" She thought she,
Having an affair.
has some sort of exciting appointment. No.
Hi, Colin and Maureen. Hope all is good. We all know you guys love your food. You love your food. You're conscious. But what foods do you both really dislike, or they make you feel a bit bocarola? What does that mean? What food do you?
not like?
What food do you hate? Fun food.
Like what?
Pizzas.
I love food. I love pizza.
I got an omelette out of the Chinese the other day. Now
Right, did you not slag Aaron's mom for getting an omelette?
And I text him immediately and I said, I owe your mother an apology. And he goes, what? And I wrote, I just got an omelette from the Chinese. And he's like, nah. And he goes, she's not so slow, is she?
There you go.
Char siu pork omelette. Fucking unbelievable.
Was it? Was it right enough?
It was like, you know, a good way for someone to have a Chinese, but then also if you're like a bodybuilder, bulking.
Which you are.
Of course, athlete now, CrossFit Games 2022.
2.
What food do you dislike?
I dislike.
I love porridge.
You dislike porridge. This is gonna sound bad because I love most of it, but I'm not a huge ramen fan, which you love.
And
mainly because I don't like all the watery broth. I like the noodles. I like all the other stuff, but I just don't get it when they're just a bowl of water.
It's a little thing
I don't
called
like it.
umami.
I know, but I don't know
Cultureless
why.
weirdo.
It just it's such a country thing. But I'm like, give me more of the carbs.
Yeah, you get double nudes.
But you know, it's just the wateriness of it. Like,
I remember Sean, describing to the guy in Vietnam. He's like, "Do you want more noodles than that?" And I was like, "I think so." And then he fucking literally was like to the guy, because he could speak a wee bit of Vietnamese. He was saying it and then being like, "Fat guy." It is messy. It's messy. I mean, there's days like we'll be getting Asian food from somewhere, and I'll go, I would love to have that, but not now because I'll need a bath right
That's
after.
when I don't like. I don't dislike it because I would eat it. But what do we not like? Is there anything you really hate? I don't know. What do I don't like eating? Weird meats now. But these are all things that are recent to me.
You don't like,
I
sort
don't
of
like weird meats
cured
anymore.
sausage type things.
No, I can't eat. But I couldn't eat them. You can't eat them when you're pregnant, and then I can't eat them now. So I can't. Literally, don't like the idea of weird meats like that.
Yeah.
Like.
What about the time we were in France and Frank had that bag of like mince?
Oh my god!
Apparently
stop
Dutch people
it.
eat this shit. It's like
It literally was like a raw sausage.
some sort of mashed up mince meat in a bag, and he's like, you cut the corner off and you can squirt it out like toothpaste.
Horrific.
And I ate it. I was hammered, and I was like, it's okay, but I wouldn't be rushing back for it. And he left it on the table overnight, and we drank loads of beers and went to sleep. And I woke up and we're in a fucking, what do you call that, RV type thing. And I walked outside, and all the blood had run out of the bag of meat down the table. And I was like, well, I can taste the diarrhea that I'm going to have.
No, can't
So
do it.
French.
Pate, can't do that. Don't like things like that anymore. Weird meats.
Chicken liver pate.
Any weird raw meat, can't eat it. I just can't eat it, and then I also don't like the sound of it.
Speaking of diarrhea, what's the word you struggle to say? I can't say diarrhea without saying diarrhea.
Diarrhea. I can't say aubergine.
Aubergine? Aubergine?
Aubergine.
Shane Todd.
Aubergine.
I know what this will be. Meet me in the car park. I'm here.
I'm here. I can't say. I always say aubergine, which isn't right. I don't know why. It's just
wrapping the pod. Aubergine. What do I struggle with? I just can't read. It's not a big reader. I think I might have some sort of like, not dyslexia, but like just it's very jumbled to me a lot of times.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Really?
See if I'm reading like that's quite bad because it's on a screen. See if I'm reading like white text on a screen.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Is that just an eyesight thing or is that a reading thing, do you think?
I've had it forever, so it's like I nearly need that fucking thing to just give me one line at a time. Probably just don't read enough. Probably get better at it. I also can't take things in if I just read them. If I heard them, even if I was listening to them, I can nearly quote you back, fucking word for word. If your life was a sitcom, what would it be called?
Oh fuck! I don't even know anymore.
It's a
That's
good
what
name.
it'd be called. Actually, yeah, it would just be called
Handlins.
What the actual fuck?
Mine would be called Porridge. There is a sitcom called Porridge. No, mine would be.
And it's you in jail.
Mine would be called. It would just be called Unbelievable.
CrossFit Games 2022 documentary
Yeah.
featuring Colin Geddis.
It'd be called World's Fittest. No, I would call it Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Although I did write one time called Blood, the Mud and the Beer, which I could, could
Yeah,
call
you
it
did write a
that.
sitcom actually. You should do that now.
Yeah, now do you want to shoot that for free? for the club card points? Last question. What are you both doing for Halloween this year? I'm thinking of Prince Andrew, then at least I won't be sweaty come the end of the night.
Great.
There will be 50% going to Squid Games, no doubt. People are acting like it was the only show released in the last 5 years. Do you know what you're going on Halloween as?
What?
Is my question.
Sorry, you just said that in a weird way. I actually don't know. Mainly trying to think of something fun to dress up Eddie as.
I've been wanting
That's the most fun, is dress up a child. Like,
for a long
obviously.
time I've wanted to put on like a grey suit and go as Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
That's a very hard
Oh my god, yes!
What would you need, really? Just a shirt and
Oh my
glasses?
god, amazing. Yes! Oh my god, please do this.
Do you gel your chest hair up. Do you know what that made me think of? When your guy on Strictly was dancing, they're like, love the outfit, love the teeth. And he's like, they're my own
They're my own
teeth.
teeth.
You cheeky bastard. And then,
Hello, fucking awesome heart. Oh my god, who'll
it's
I be in
so
Austin
funny.
Powers?
That bit where he's fucking reversing thing, stuck in the... Died.
I'll be fat bastard.
Big vagina on my neck. Just do Eddie as mini-me. Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes!
Shave his head. Yes. Yeah, I've wanted to do Dr. Evil for a while. It's so
Do
not
it.
relevant.
Would you shave your beard completely off?
Yeah.
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 Get a grey suit.
Yeah.
You already have wee white special shoes, so that's great.
It's beginning to smell a lot like almonds. Remember? He breaks his leg. Right, we're going to go now, Maureen.
Okay.
We're going to shoot a sketch.
Great.
Okay. Thanks for listening, guys. There are tickets available to the SSE Arena shows if you want to get all up in that asshole.
Got a pen with me. We are going to do our podcast because all of these ones look like this has been planned, but most of the time it's like, oh, you're in the office, do you want to just do this? And I'm like, all right, okay. But we will do one with
Here we're going to talk about all
at
sorts
least
of things.
10% more effort than this.
Toxic masculinity, etc.
It's going to be some good topics. We're going to interview some people.
Yeah. We're out of here, guys. Cheers for
Goodbye.
listening. I don't have any buttons anymore. Oh, we're going to send a fiery letter to Road.
Meow. What else would you have? So you don't have any buttons. You can have whatever you want now. Go on, do one. Meow.
Woof. DJ. Right, we're out of here. Do you have any painkillers? My ass is broke. See you later, guys. See you later, guys.
Goodbye.
See you next Tuesday.